Welcome in. I am GpaSilverMane, and in this video I want to talk about the two teams I'm going to farm. The team for clans campaign and the team for the order campaign. And how I got to this conclusion at 2:30 a.m. after about 2.5 hours of reading kits and strategizing teams and picking the characters I wanted to be a part of those teams and such. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, definitely sit back and relax and enjoy. Also, if you're liking it, thumbs it up. If it helps you at all, gives you you enjoy the content, thumbs it up, helps the channel out. We are headed for 1,000 subscribers. Definitely hit that subscribe button. All the stuff is free to do, as well as it helps my channel grow, and it will keep you up to date when I release new videos or new content based on Dragon Champions. Comment down below also. Let me know what team you chose starting out and why you chose it. Maybe and what your end goal is. You know what I mean? Obviously, you want every team maxed out. I know that's the dream, right? But my goal and how I went about it is I want to get to dwarves. And to do that, I had to make a path, and I've got my path set up now, and I want to share that with everybody. So I'm in 4 days in on my account, and this is for the 2022 series that I'm doing, Dragon Champions in 2022, just to enjoy the game and see how competitive I can be personally. I did spend a little bit of money starting out to give myself a little bit of a boost and more enjoyment in the game itself. All right, so let's go ahead and look here. So what I did is, and I made a video and it took 30 minutes, so I'm going to actually try to do a speed version here. My goal is pandas and dwarves. They're my two favorite. Pandas look amazing. They're cute. They're awesome looking. They're ninja type. You know what I mean? They're just kind of wonderful to me. Dwarves, I've always loved dwarves. There's not many games that actually allow you to use dwarves as a class and or a team and such. You know what I mean? So I wanted dwarves. Sindri is my favorite character, and this will be my avatar on my account here. But he is unobtainable currently outside of, what are they, rare and epic crystals. These two are late game farms. He's only in one of the, I think it's the Star Store maybe. Yeah, the Stars. And for Draco coins. I'm not going to spend my Draco coins that way. So, he's not easily be obtained. And that's 4 of the characters I was going to roll with right there. So it left me with 5 other characters. This guy is not even farmable. We don't even know what team we need to unlock him as a legendary event. I don't anyway, personally. Nellie's phenomenal as a leader, but she works with different characters. And Tool is about the easiest dwarf to access, but he is just not that great. So dwarves are not an option until mid to late game and or unless you're spending. So I went to my pandas. I really like the Pride as well, and that will be an in-game team. Probably my 3rd team I go for. So I went to pandas, and I got some pandas built, right? Kulai is not obtainable outside of shards, I don't believe, or stars. You have to spend in the star store. And I got her built. She's a healer. And the pandas honestly I don't think they needed the healer outside of raids or fights that need to last a long time. So maybe like Tower on hard or something I see using Kulai. Kinley is a great leader and leads one of the better teams. But the characters I personally want and what I want to do with my pandas do not use Kinley personally as the lead the way I want it set up, needless to say. Obviously, I can use him for now. Master Duo, Lazy, Ren, Ember, and then switching in Uncle Ho as the leader. No, not the leader, just the DPS, rather. Legendary. Once we get Uncle Ho, it would be awesome. I don't believe he's obtainable outside of luck. Alright, Battleground. So as soon as we can get Uncle Ho, we will be plugging him in, and that's what I will be spending my Battleground currency on currently, is Uncle Ho. So I can put Uncle Ho, Ember. I need Elves for Ember, which I went over and I looked at my legendaries here, and Ember's the one that I want out of all the legendaries, simply because of cosmetics. And I know that's probably not a reason to go after a champion, but pandas are my favorite. She's the legendary panda, and it takes elves to farm her. She is quite phenomenal. Her kit is pretty insane. She's got one of the biggest nukes in the game on her ultimate. It does take a little finessing to build up to, though. I will show it off because everybody wants to know what one of the best nukes. The best nuke I've seen after looking through 4 or 5 of these factions now, it's one of the biggest damage dealing abilities I've seen. So she's going to do 400% magic damage to all enemies. She's then going to inflict burning for 2 turns to all enemies without burning. She's going to remove 9 inner fire stacks, which she's placing on herself, and I believe works with another character or 2 that places the inner fire on them. From Ember, and deals an extra 35% of magic damage for each inner fire stack removed. So if she had, let's say 5, that's another 175% damage. That's 575 to all enemies. And then applying burning. Burning is based off the damage you deal in every other game. So I'm assuming that's the way it is here. So the more damage you deal, the bigger the burns are. Burns could be 2.5, 5%, 10%. Generally, the burns are based off the damage you deal, though. So if I'm dealing 500% damage, and let's say the burns are based at 5% of your damage, you get what I'm saying? It's like 50% magic damage is what the burn would be, but it's 2 turns of it. It's just massive. It's a phenomenal nuking move, needless to say, once you get it off. You want to build up to it, like I said, with the inner stacks, building those up through her kit and stuff, and then bam. And you probably don't want to do it into a defense up if the opponent's team is buffed. So Ren the Unseen, Lazy, Ember, Uncle Ho are 4 I'm going to use. And then depending on the other content, I'd like to plug in Kulai if I need sustain. And then I guess Ken Lee absolutely is the leader here. I want to see what the other leader was that I was debating using here. Lake, he works with different stuff. So his leader ability didn't really line up with me personally. He does have synergy with Ember. All panda mages and rangers gain 100% penetration increase, which is huge. Each time when an allied panda suffers critical hit, he gains regeneration for 1 turn. And then other buffs if they don't get hit and such. But I don't know if I'm going to use Lake or not. It was either Lake or dude up here, Ken Lee. And Patriarch Key. All ally healing abilities apply to a shield equal to 20% of the health. He's actually pretty good, but he's more for sustain, you know what I mean? So obviously, I guess, essentially I'm going to use Kinley as my leader, Master Duo, Lazy, Ren, and Ember. And then once I get Uncle Ho, I'll change out Master Duo probably. We'll have to see. Depending on where their stars and their powers at that point, I would plug in Uncle Ho. And I'll probably have Uncle Ho before Ember, so I'll use these 4, and then Ren when I get her. He's going on to the undead team. King's Eye is going on to an undead team with the leader from the humans. That's also an undead character. But Uncle Ho, Ember, Ren, Lazy, and Master Duo are the 5. No, I'd have to bring in Kinley as the lead again. He gives max health to everybody, essentially. So I'm going to have to stick with Kinley. Those are my 5. I'll use these 4 and Kang's Eye or a plug and play for this time being, like Frizzard. Great plug and play. But then I would like to drop this character for Ren, and then Ember's going to come in, and then Uncle Ho will replace probably Lazy or Master Duo. Those are the 5 pandas I will use eventually, and I'm going to farm them as I can, but some of them are late game farms or based on shard drops, and that's the problem. This one's from the store, Tower mode, I believe. Let me look here. Tower or Guild? Tower mode, I think it was. Yeah, Tower. So I'll be buying her out of the Tower with Tower currency every chance I get, and I have been. I've got her 4 times now. And it's based around doing tons of damage with a taunt. Obviously, that nuke is huge. That's my Panda team as I can get them, but I don't think I'm going to be able to star them very, very quick. So a lot of them are late game, and they're based on attaining characters through stores. So I need Elves to get Ember. These are the 3 I'm going to go after that I can farm easily, as well as Sinjail. That's what I'm going to call him. And I'd love to get Thelaine, but they need to farm a whole other team to get her unlocked in the legendary event. So Sinjail and whatever other character I get that I can plug in. The thing with the Elves is Illyria, Phalia, and Sinjil all have synergy huge. So, and I just don't like his kit. And I didn't really feel Phalia that whole much. I didn't have, you know what I mean? Her kit wasn't standing out. I do like this character, but she really shines when she's with these 2. So that's the thing. I mean, she's still usable, but these 2 are good. You got a taunt and damage. You got just straight damage. Straight pure damage, pretty much. But these are the 3 that I can farm. So I'm going to, and then I'm going to get the other 2 as I can to unlock Ember. Obviously, that ain't a very solid strategy to go after, right? So, humans are terrible. It forces you to use Darien starting out, and I don't want to do that and or waste my resources. So I'm going to use these 2 little baddie as I can. Maybe Cruelly. when I get her start up, but I don't think she's that easy to obtain. Let me look here. Tournaments, so you can get her, and that's probably where I would farm her. She's a decent character. She actually clones people like Mr. Sinister. So she's a phenomenal character in that aspect. Snorri works with, I believe it's goblins. So that's something to bear in mind as well. He has some synergy with other teams. Wherever it is, I can't find here for some reason. I still can't find. Okay, maybe I'm completely wrong, but I'm sure he has synergy with someone else. And it's from reading kits, so I can't remember exactly where I read it, but he is synergized with someone else other than Frizzard. Alright, so the humans just weren't an option, because the only leader I can use right now is Darian until I unlock Solius. Because the other healer is Victoria, and she's undead. And she'll be my undead leader. So, can't use her with the humans, it doesn't benefit them. I'm not using Darian, so I have to wait for Solius, which is unlocked by the Orcs. So I now have to go farm the Orcs to get Solius to even be able to build a human team. That I don't even want. I don't even want the human team personally. So the next option was Orcs, and this is the team I'm going to go for. And simply, they just put out so much damage in PvP. I think they're going to shine very, very well. She summons a bear with taunt. These other four here, Zalanar, Mortha, and Corcoran synergize. He gives buffs to all three of them. Huge, huge buffs, right? Mars pure damage. He's a plug and play. Easily replaced with Frizzard if I chose. I just need to start up 5 characters to unlock Ember. Or not Ember. Yeah, Ember. No. The Orcs unlock Solius. My bad. But they are a PvP team. They're going to unlock Solius. Allows me to unlock the humans, which leads to another character. Needless to say. As well as they're going to make me competitive. And if I need more sustain, I can always plug in like Tromgar for more taunt. Once Zera comes in, I will replace Mar with Zera, or the plug and play character I'm using in place of Mar. These 4 right here are a must for my team. And then whenever I can get Zera, she will go in with them for the 5. That will be the 5. 5 best in my opinion for my team. And it's tons and tons of damage. As well as they work well with Hera from the Pride. These 2 here do. And eventually that could be an awesome awesome group essentially to use as a team. Zera, Hera, Rantha, and probably have to plug in a few others. I imagine Ember and someone else probably. But that's the team I'm going to use. Damage, heals and damage, damage and taunt, all damage, damage. And he buffs these 2 huge with himself. So I'm going to go Orcs. They're easily accessible. Nodes, Arena, and Arena. Zalanar is the priority for Arena Store because that's the only place you can get him currently. As well as he's the better of the 2 because he buffs all 3 of these characters. Whereas he just does tons of damage. So, focus Zalanar. But if I have plenty of Arena credits and it's offering me Mar and not Zalanar, I'm going to go Mar. I'm going to buy what they offer me, right? The most efficient way would probably be to go for a Diesel Rock here on a node as your 5th just to unlock Solius. But I'm not going to farm him. I'm just going to go as I go, and it's all going to come together eventually, right? These 4 and Zalanar are the 5 I'm going to use till I get Zera to replace Mar. And I'll probably plug Frizzard in here in place of Mar and focus these 3 in Zalanar. But the Orcs are to get my Solius to build my human team, and they're going to also be my clan campaign. They're going to be the team I use to clear the clan campaign. They'll get me all the way through to the end, and then I'll be able to farm any gear and or character shards through the whole clan's campaign. Now I need an order team. And because I want Ember, I need Elves. Ember's the one legendary I want, and she goes into my Panda team. So if she's part of my best Panda team, I don't really need to build my Pandas right away as much as I thought I did. Because eventually once I get Ember, at that point, then they'd be worth investing in. So I need Elves, and they are the order. So I am going to have to start building up Elves. I just need to start 2 extra ones. So I'll probably node farm Singiel, or Singiel, I don't know how you pronounce it, Singiel. And these 3. Node farm. Really easy to get, several nodes each. I think these 2 are anyway. This one might only have 1 node. Nope, he's got 3 nodes. They all got tons of nodes, needless to say, and those 3 will start up fast. The problem comes in, you got to find other characters you can also get quick. So tournaments, I might have to buy her from tournaments. You do get a ton of tournament currency if you're active in the tournaments. She's cooler looking than some of the other ones. Phalia, I was not feeling personally. She does synergize really well. Illyria, Phalia, and Sinjael all pair. They give each other tons of buffs, boosts, stuff. They have synergies together, those three. But I don't like his kit, so I might have to star him just to unlock my Ember, needless to say, for my pandas. And that's going to lead me to my pandas and my pride. Obviously, I love goblins, but they're more just a distraction at this point. And I didn't even look at demons or half-pigs, because it's just not enough time and or energy in this game. So I'm going to go Orcs and Elves, which is going to lead me to what I want, which is pandas. And then Dwarves at the end game point, as soon as I can get them. Dwarves is my goal overall. But this will clear the Order campaign, I'm hoping. I don't know that. I don't have much confidence in the Elves. To me, it's just damage, a taunt with tons of damage, a heal. They're not too phenomenal in my personal opinion. These three are better than these 5, I would say. I don't know much about Dude here, but Thelaine is amazing. Tellius, amazing. Titania, Kiana. These obviously are legendaries. They all can do something or offer something, but they're harder to get. And I just don't really care for the elves in this per se. So it'll probably be these 3, Wonder Lulu and Sinjael, will be my 5 that I'm going to try to use to unlock Ember. And then my orcs, which will lead me to my Ember, my pandas, and my Soleus. So then I could use Soleus, Freezard, Snorri, Little Batty, and Cruelli if I chose to. Or I could plug in somebody else. Which I wouldn't mind getting my hands on Garrett or Selena, just because I like them from the storyline, as well as Mara. Her cosmetics with the 2 pincher, they're like, I don't know what you call those, but those are awesome, right? I'm really digging them, needless to say. And that's my goal. So if this helps you at all, definitely comment down below what your starting team was. Thumbs it up if you liked the video. Subscribe more than anything, because that's going to help my channel grow. As well as that way you'll be up to date when I release new content that maybe you'll enjoy. And all it does is it gives you a notification completely free saying, hey, this video is just released. You don't like it, you swipe left, it deletes it forever. If you do like it, you can watch it at your leisure and enjoy the content. Yeah, much love, stay healthy, and we'll see you all in the next one.